On the endless plains of Maasai Mara National Reserve, a lion pride rests beneath the African sun. They are among the most powerful predators on Earth, yet much of their lives are defined not by the hunt, but by family, territory, and survival. As the pride moves through the grasslands, a mating pair secures the future of the next generation. Around them, giraffes browse the acacia trees, zebras and gazelles cross the plains, hyenas patrol the horizon, and rhinos and buffalo endure in a landscape shaped by millions of years of evolution. This is the Masai Mara, where every species has a role and every day tells a story of life in the wild. Stretching across the southwest of Kenya, the Maasai Mara National Reserve protects one of Africa's most celebrated ecosystems. Named after the Maasai people and the Mara River that flows through its heart, these open grasslands support an extraordinary concentration of wildlife. Seasonal rains, fertile plains, and vast grazing grounds have shaped a landscape where predators and prey have lived side by side for thousands of years, creating one of the greatest wildlife spectacles on Earth. Among the countless animals that call the Mara home, none commands more attention than the African lion. Perched on a rocky outcrop above the grasslands, a lion pair surveys the landscape below. From this vantage point, they can watch over their territory while conserving energy beneath the African sun. For lions, rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity. A lion may spend up to 20 hours a day resting, saving strength for the moments when it matters most. The lion, African lion, is the only truly social big cat. Unlike leopards or tigers, lions live in groups known as prides, where cooperation increases their chances of survival. Within the pride, females form the stable core of the family. Related mothers, sisters, and daughters often remain together for life, working collectively to raise cubs and defend valuable territory. Males, meanwhile, play a different role. Their presence helps protect the pride from rival lions seeking to take control. The pair resting here may appear relaxed, but their lives are shaped by constant challenges. Territory disputes, competition for food, drought, and injury all influence whether a pride succeeds or fails. A male lion's roar can carry for several kilometers across the savanna, serving as a warning to rivals and a signal to other members of the pride. It is one of the most powerful vocalizations in the animal kingdom. Yet despite their reputation as fearless hunters, lions spend much of their lives simply watching and waiting. From these rocks, they can monitor the movements of zebras, gazelles, buffalo, and other wildlife that share the Mara. Patience is often their greatest advantage. For now, the pair remains still, conserving energy as the rhythm of the African wilderness unfolds around them. Their next move will depend on opportunities that may appear at any moment across the vast plains below. The bond between these two lions may appear subtle, but their behavior suggests something important is unfolding. The male remains close, rarely allowing the female out of sight. She, in turn, tolerates his presence, a sign not always granted in the world of lions. For most of the year, adult lions lead lives governed by territory, competition, and survival. But when a female enters estrus, priorities begin to change. During this brief period, a mating pair may separate from the rest of the pride, spending days together away from other lions. The female's reproductive window is short, and timing is critical. The male follows her every movement, guarding her from potential rivals while waiting for the right moment. For now, there is little movement and no obvious display. Yet beneath this calm exterior, powerful biological instincts are already shaping their behavior. What follows will determine whether the next generation of the pride begins here on the plains of the Mara. The moment is brief. After days of courtship and close association, the pair finally mates in the open grassland. For lions, reproduction is a demanding process. A receptive female may mate every 15 to 30 minutes, both day and night, over several consecutive days. This repeated behavior helps maximize the chances of successful fertilization. The act itself lasts only a few seconds, but it may be repeated dozens of times before the pair separates. During this period, the lions often spend little time hunting or interacting with the rest of the pride, focusing almost entirely on reproduction. If successful, the female will give birth after a gestation period of around 110 days, beginning the next chapter in the life of the pride. While the mating pair remains apart, the rest of the pride rests on a nearby rocky outcrop. For lions, these quiet hours are an essential part of daily life. Life on the savanna is built around conserving energy, and few animals do it more effectively. During the heat of the day, the pride seeks elevated ground where cooling breezes and clear views of the surrounding plains offer both comfort and security. Although they appear inactive, each lion remains aware of its surroundings. Ears twitch at distant sounds, eyes occasionally scan the horizon, and subtle movements maintain contact between pride members. This social structure is one of the lion's greatest strengths. Living in a pride allows individuals to share responsibilities that would be difficult alone, from defending territory to raising cubs and protecting valuable resources. For now, there is no urgency. The grasslands are calm and the pride can afford to rest. But in the Mara, conditions can change quickly, and every period of peace is simply preparation for the challenges that lie ahead. Away from the watchful adults, the younger members of the pride have very different priorities. For them, the grasslands are a playground. They stalk one another through the vegetation, launch surprise attacks, and wrestle with a level of determination usually reserved for grown lions. What appears to be simple play is, in fact, an important part of their development. Every pounce helps refine coordination. Every chase improves speed and agility. Even these mock battles teach lessons that may one day prove essential for survival. The adults tolerate the commotion with remarkable patience. Within a pride, cubs benefit from the protection of multiple females, allowing them to grow in a social environment unlike that of any other big cat. Yet life remains uncertain. Many young lions will face challenges ranging from disease and injury to competition and conflict. The skills they are practicing today may determine their future success. For now, however, such concerns seem far away. The cubs continue their games beneath the African sun, turning the rocky outcrop into a training ground for the next generation of the Mara's most iconic predators. Beyond the lion pride, one of the Mara's most familiar antelope stands watch over the open plains. The Topi is built for life in the grasslands. Its long legs and powerful frame allow it to outrun many predators, while its elevated stance provides an excellent view of the surrounding landscape. Often found on exposed ground, Topis spend much of their time feeding, resting and scanning for danger. in an ecosystem where vigilance is a matter of survival. Sharing the plains with the larger antelope is one of Africa's most recognizable grazers, the Thomson's gazelle. Small, agile, and constantly alert, these gazelles spend much of their day feeding on short grasses across the savanna. Their keen eyesight and quick reactions help them detect danger long before a predator gets too close. Though they are among the smallest herbivores of the Mara, they form an important part of the ecosystem, supporting many of the region's predators. Nearby, a pair of zebras stands in a familiar formation. Positioned back to back, each animal watches a different direction, increasing their chances of detecting danger. This simple behavior helps compensate for blind spots and provides an early warning against approaching predators. On the open plains of the Mara, survival often depends not just on speed, but on awareness. Moving quietly across the grasslands is the eland, the largest antelope in Africa. Despite their impressive size, elands are remarkably gentle animals. Adults can weigh several hundred kilograms, yet they often travel with a calm and unhurried demeanor. Their ability to feed on a wide variety of grasses, leaves, and shrubs allows them to thrive in changing conditions throughout the year. Though less conspicuous than many of the Mara's other inhabitants, these giants play an important role in maintaining the balance of the savanna ecosystem. Towering above the grasslands, giraffes move through the Mara with a calm elegance unmatched by any other animal. As the tallest land mammals on Earth, they occupy a feeding niche unavailable to most herbivores. Their extraordinary height allows them to browse leaves high in the canopy, particularly from acacia trees, where competition for food is limited. Despite their size, giraffes are surprisingly agile. A single stride can cover several meters, and when necessary, they can reach impressive speeds across open ground. Their height also provides an advantage beyond feeding. From above the grasslands, giraffes can often spot potential threats long before many other animals become aware of them. Among this group, however, another priority is beginning to emerge. A male follows a female closely, monitoring her behavior and searching for signs that she may be receptive to mating. Unlike lions, where courtship can be obvious and prolonged, giraffe courtship is often subtle, unfolding through a series of investigations and displays. The male remains attentive, carefully assessing the female's reproductive condition while staying close as she continues to feed and move through the landscape. Such encounters can last for hours, with the male investing considerable time and energy before an opportunity arises. For the female, the choice of mate is significant. Larger, stronger males often gain greater access to breeding opportunities, ensuring that competition continues across generations. For now, there is little urgency. The pair continues across the savanna beneath the vast African sky, participating in a process as ancient as the ecosystem itself. In the Mara, even these quiet interactions play a vital role in shaping the future of the next generation. As the day continues, one of Africa's most misunderstood predators emerges from the grasslands. The spotted hyena is often portrayed as a scavenger, but in reality it is also a highly effective hunter. Living in complex social groups known as clans, hyenas combine intelligence, cooperation, and endurance to thrive in the challenging environment of the Mara. Their success has made them one of the lion's most important competitors in this ecosystem. Smaller but equally resourceful, the black-backed jackal makes its living through adaptability. An opportunistic predator and scavenger, it feeds on everything from insects and rodents to carrion, taking advantage of whatever the Mara provides. Gathered in large numbers, Cape buffalo form some of the most formidable herds on the African savanna. Their strength lies in unity, with the herd providing protection against even the Mara's most powerful predators. Among the rarest sights in the Mara, a pair of black rhinos moves quietly through the landscape. Once driven to the brink by poaching, these remarkable animals remain a symbol of Africa's ongoing conservation efforts. High on a dead tree, a pair of grey kestrels surveys the grasslands below. One bird feeds on a recently captured meal, a reminder that even the smallest raptors play an important role in the ecosystem. From insects and reptiles to small vertebrates, kestrels help regulate populations across the savanna. Perched above the plains, they are among the many hunters that thrive in the Mara's rich and interconnected food web. Resting silently on a tree branch, the Verreaux eagle owl waits for nightfall. One of Africa's largest owls, it is a formidable nocturnal predator, relying on exceptional hearing and vision to hunt under the cover of darkness. Perched atop a tree, a Lappet-faced Vulture scans the plains below. As one of Africa's largest scavenging birds, it plays a vital role in the ecosystem, helping to recycle nutrients and keep the savanna clean. Perched on a branch, a Bateleur pauses between flights across the savanna. Recognizable by its striking colors and distinctive silhouette, this agile eagle can cover vast distances in search of food, making it one of Africa's most accomplished aerial hunters. A yellow-throated Longclaw pauses on a branch, its bright plumage standing out against the muted tones of the savanna. Though small, these insect-eating birds are an important part of the grassland ecosystem, helping to keep insect populations in balance. Few birds capture the colors of the African savanna quite like the Lilac-breasted Roller. With its vivid plumage and acrobatic flight, this striking species is often considered one of the most beautiful birds in Africa, adding a splash of color to the vast grasslands of the Mara. Beyond the larger animals that dominate the landscape, countless smaller birds bring color and energy to the Mara. From flowering shrubs to open grasslands, these vibrant species fill the air with movement and song. While easily overlooked, they play essential roles as pollinators, seed dispersers, and insect hunters, helping to maintain the health of the ecosystem. Together, they form a rich and often unseen layer of life across the savanna. As the day draws on, the story returns to the animals that have shaped much of life on these plains. The lion pride remains where it began, resting among the rocks and grasslands of the Mara. Around them, countless species have gone about their daily lives, each playing a role in the intricate balance of this ecosystem. Yet few animals exert a greater influence on the landscape than these powerful predators, whose presence helps define the rhythm of the African savanna. As evening approaches, the pride becomes more alert. One by one, the lions rise from their resting places, stretching tired muscles after a long day of inactivity. The cooler temperatures signal the beginning of their most active period, when the vast grasslands offer new opportunities and new challenges. For much of the day, they have remained still, conserving energy. But now their attention turns outward toward the plains that sustain them. In the fading light of the Mara, another night is about to begin. With the first light of morning spreading across the savanna, the pride is already on the move. Adults lead the way through the grasslands while the younger lions follow closely behind, learning the landscape that will one day become their own. What appears to be a simple walk serves several important purposes. As they travel, the lions reinforce their knowledge of the territory, checking familiar routes and remaining aware of neighboring prides and rival predators. For the cubs, every step is part of an ongoing education. They watch how the adults move, where they pause, and how they respond to the countless sights, sounds, and scents carried by the morning breeze. Life in a pride is built on experience passed from one generation to the next. The cubs are not merely following the adults, they are learning the skills and behaviors that will help them survive in the years ahead. Together, the family moves steadily across the Mara, a powerful reminder that the strength of a lion pride lies not only in its hunters, but in the generations that follow them. Not far from the pride, the mating pair remains together. For several days, their lives have followed a different rhythm from the rest of the family. They rest side by side, move only short distances, and rarely allow one another out of sight. The male stays close, attentive to every movement. The female, meanwhile, alternates between periods of rest and brief activity, as the pair remains focused on a single purpose. Although the savanna around them is filled with potential distractions, reproduction takes priority during this critical period. The opportunity is brief, and both animals are driven by instincts refined over thousands of generations. For long stretches, very little appears to happen. Then, almost without warning, the calm is broken. The pair mates once more, a behavior that will be repeated many times over the course of several days. Each encounter lasts only seconds, but repetition increases the likelihood of successful fertilization. Soon, their temporary separation from the pride will come to an end. But for now, the future of the next generation remains the sole focus of these two lions on the plains of the Mara. As another day comes to an end in the Maasai Mara, the lives of countless animals continue to unfold across the savanna. From the towering giraffe and the vigilant gazelle to the soaring birds and wandering rhinos, each species plays a role in maintaining the delicate balance of this remarkable ecosystem. Yet throughout it all, the lion pride remains at the heart of the story. Their cubs represent the future, their territory, a constant responsibility, and their survival, inseparable from the health of the landscape around them. The Mara is more than a refuge for wildlife. It is a living network of relationships where every animal, great or small, is connected to another. As darkness settles over the plains and the sounds of the night begin to rise, a new chapter is already waiting to begin. For the wildlife of the Masai Mara, the story never truly ends.